Hello everybody, my name is Zelinator. I think I forgot to mark this stream on the calendar. Oops. Yeah, I'll need to go back and add that. In fact, here, let me whip out my notes that I whip out just about every time. Update the calendar. Alright, there we go. I don't know how many people check that daily. I forgot I had holes that we're going to avoid. I look at this and I'm already tired and I haven't broken. Okay, now I have broken a single block. I hear you, Zomble. Well, back to diggy brick, one block at a time. Because I'm not digging 2.0. At last I understand now. Hello, hi, howdy, welcome back to the stream. That was a hole. I'm gonna turn this down. I was playing Phasmophobia before, at some point yesterday. We're only going to be digging for a little bit longer since we're going to be hitting release 1.8 very soon. So because we're going to be hitting release 1.8 very soon, I'll need to figure something out. I'll figure out something else, I should say. Something else to do. Since hooray, 1.8. I'll need to update the block museum. I don't know how fast I'll be able to update the block museum, but with all the pre-releases and all the releases for 1.8, I'll have plenty of time before 1.9, and I don't remember if I had an extra week of 1.8.9 or not. So, as long as I stay on top of the block museum, then I don't have to worry about getting 50 blocks at one time. I said I would have. Would have what? Oh, an extra week of 1.8.9? I was uncertain. In fact, since I need to be certain now, how about I go back and double check exactly. Oh, did I not? Hold on. The hard drive is awake, so we're gonna check this because I need to know for certainty. For certain. With certainty. I checked this either yesterday or the day before, and I didn't bother checking 1.8. Oops, there we go. So it says on the current planned list for Ultimate Minecraft. Oh, you hearing that? Skelly Bum's burning. We do not have an extra week of 1.8.9. It will be a whole 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. 5 weeks between 1.8 pre-release 1 and 1.8.9. But when I was digging up the prison, I said I might have. I couldn't remember if I did or not. And so, in sticking to 200 episodes, we will not have an extra week in 1.8.9 because we already have 5 weeks of 1.8. 25 streams of just 1.8. That's a lot of streams. I'm only going to do one 1.9 snapshot. I'm skipping 1 or 2 1.13 pre-releases. And 1.17, we'll figure out when we get there. But I think I'm doing one 1.17 snapshot, but because it's an early 1.17 snapshot, I am absolutely required to make sure the world is 320 blocks tall and 64 blocks beneath zero. But since we still have months until we get there, I'm not going to worry about that. Why are you upgrading through every beta of Windows? What's the point? Most features you're not gonna know about. You're not going to experience unless you know about them. It's not like Minecraft where you can tell the differences. This is a guy who can't really tell the difference between 1.7.9 and 1.7.10. Has none of that affected single player, I think. It was realms and multiplayer stuff. For fun. What do you do on Windows if you're just upgrading Windows? Okay, hold on. Let's combine pickaxes. I'm now realizing how full my inventory is getting. Reasoning for every project? I'd disagree. For fun, sure it's a reason, but how strong of a reason? Everyone's fun is subjective. How much brick is left to mine? Based on the current visual status, maybe 2/3? 2/3 of this next layer is coated in brick. Of course, I'm not done with this one yet. Test out compatibility and explore pre-releases. I've never really been interested in Windows as Windows. I use it for game compatibility most often, which is why I thought about switching to Linux years ago. I never did. I never did. My personal computer and every other computer in this house is all Windows. Ah, that spider eye taking up a slot. Curse you, spider. Unless I got that from a witch, I really don't remember. I have battled each of those creatures down here, if you want to consider a witch a creature. But since witches are a type of villager, then perhaps villagers are creatures as well. I didn't know I was getting low on food. I'm hungry. 10 bacon. 10 bacon is all that I have left. Who's buzzing me? Is that important? Doo-doo-ba-doop. Yes, but I don't have to do anything about it. Windows 11 with extra spice. Interest in terminology. And we're gonna dump that spider eye, and if it hasn't despawned in 5 minutes, then I'll pick it up again. But we'll see if I can make it home in time. We are still playing vanilla 1.7.10. At this point, I might as well. Oh, just kidding. We're not going home yet. The ender chest wasn't full yet. Hold on, is every stack complete? Well, not the brick stairs, but I don't have any more brick stairs. Howdy Mazav, welcome back to the stream. Well, congratulations, Spider. Looks like I'm picking you up again. Oh, there's another cave. I think. Probably. Does this count as a cave? It's right at the surface. So perhaps it was. I can't remember if caves in 3.25 can go through grass or not. I think caves in earlier versions could. Oop. I sure hope Infinite Plus has a nice big grandiose return. I wouldn't be surprised if it releases and then someone says, hey, we got a problem. And then therefore that is an entire other snowball of drama. And then poof, surprise, gone for good. The mod that never was. What a reputation. But we're gonna hope that is not this timeline we are living in. We'll find out when we get there. This time made sure we're clear. Hooray, hooray. Of course, never underestimate the internet's ability to cause a problem out of nothing. That's me being pessimistic, though, I will admit. Okay, so that's tag plus 2. So switch the taskbar to be anywhere. Can you have a floating taskbar? I feel like that would get distracting if you accidentally moved it. On my old Vista laptop, I used to accidentally move the taskbar sometimes, and then one day I found the lock taskbar feature, and I figured out how to stop it from moving. A floating taskbar. That sounds very incompatible with games and trying to figure out how the window is. Especially if it's a full screen game. Or sorry, if it's not a full screen game. I'm not thinking about how apps would have been then. I'm thinking about how apps would have been if we had support for a floating taskbar years in the future. You try to maximize a window, how's it gonna maximize? What sort of fancy math has to be done? One thing I did like from a long while ago that I haven't done since I started using multiple monitors was have the taskbar on the sides. The old laptop still has the taskbar on, I think it's the left-hand side of the screen, because I liked where it was then. But ever since I got my new computer and now use multiple monitors, it makes sense to keep it at the bottom. In 11 you can't even move the taskbar. At least in 11 you can switch between having the start menu and have it, well, I should say have the whole thing be centered versus having it be left oriented. Can't remember if you can justify it right. What controller did you acquire? Is it wireless or wired? I will always be partial to wired controllers, though I will say the last wired controller I had did not work. Or I should say it stopped working. Big sadness. And so these days I'm left with only a wireless controller if I'm going to use it for my computer. Wireless and wired. How do you have wired for phone? Do you have one of those adapters? One of the USB-B or USB-C to USB-A? I have that, and I use that for my tablet with a keyboard, maybe even a mouse, can't remember. I might have also used that for my old phone. But my current phone, since it uses USB-C, I would have to use Bluetooth since I do not have an adapter. But since my controller is Bluetooth, so on the very rare occasion that I use it for my phone instead of my computer, then that is always an option. USB-C controllers, items of the future. Of course, that's coming from someone living in the past. Oh, that's unfortunate. I was hoping I would make that. Alright, let's see. Where's the pool? There it is. I'm starting to remember better where I have to jump off. I still haven't made a sign. I can't remember if I put a sign on the sign wall. The bounty boards. You can't find USB-C controllers on Google? Maybe they are still a thing of the future. Or they're region locked. The same thing I've told Mega before, perhaps you're just on the wrong continent. And I'm not seeing my signs on here. Alright, away we go. I've seen those controller grips before, or the little stands, I should say. A buddy of mine had one for his phone, because there was a time he was into mobile gaming or something like that. Alright, let's toss all the brick. And hooray, I can also toss the brick stairs. The stairs will have to wait. Let me clean out all of this first. And of course, this is gonna fill up with brick yet again. Despite all the bricks I've spent constructing stairs. I don't know what we're gonna do after this, since I don't have any other plans for brick. I should make a firehouse, maybe. Oh, in fact, hold on, I'll write that on the bounty board. Brick firehouse, because of how much brick I have. Do I want to really make a pool sign? Maybe later. Me personally, I feel like I would last longer playing console games, even handheld console games. I'd last longer playing those as opposed to last playing mobile games. Nom, 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 nom. I've hit the point of not remembering what Notch intended the Sky Dimension to be, since it was originally comprised of overworld blocks. Unless, of course, that was all placeholder. And he was going to swap it out with other blocks when we got there. Oh, wait, I can sprint again. I consumed the bacon. Maybe one day I'll get to ender pearling around. We'll see if I ever do, though. Nope. Internal server lag. I felt that. Alright, so we're looking at brick firehouse. I need to capitalize the F. Y'all know me in grammar. Constantly correcting myself. For as much as you may want buffet worlds, I see them being unlikely to ever return. Oh yeah, there's a new update, right? 1.21.2, which got killed faster than 1.20.5, because now we're on 1.21.3. here on Java Edition. Did 1.20, 1.2 have any release candidates? I saw it was on pre-release 5, and I don't know if they ever had release candidates. I haven't been keeping up with updates too much. Nothing new. What are we at? 20 minutes. 20 minutes, and all I've done is fill up my inventory with brick. Oi. You finished all 68 textures? Nom 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 nom. You know what? Let me take a quick peek in here and see what it looks like. Because I know I can't access that anymore. Oh, there's a few Endermen. Hi, guys. Yeah, even if I jump, that ladder gets stuck. I don't have a way to go up. Oh well. Oop. Doo-doo-ba-doop. Maybe I should put water down here. But if I turn it into a proper staircase, then that would be unwise. If I had a fence in the middle, that would prevent me from falling down. And now I have a couple pieces of sulfur taking up an inventory slot. Of course, the green bean would do this to me. And we're going to see how far we can get with this pickaxe. Chances are, once it gets low, I'll switch over to the enchanted pickaxe. Even though it has fortune, but I'm not seeing a lot of ores yet, since we're still a little bit too high. We're at 78. We have to go down to 64 if we want iron. So the only thing I'd be using the fortune on now is coal. It's also getting warm. 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Yesterday, today, and maybe tomorrow. Unless this is day 3. This might be day 3 of 90 degrees Fahrenheit. What happened to fall? Fall was taking a little peak. It got as low as in the 60s. And now we're back up in the 90s. Hooray. I knew it, stone does mine so much faster. Well, there's not much brick left. Soon, hopefully soon. With the brick on, it'll be faster to mine down. Of course, preferably, this whole thing would be made out of dirt. That way I could dig it up ninja fast. Got a call. Was it nature? Was nature calling? But oops. I don't even know how many people say that anymore. I'm pretty confident I use millennial quotes. Your phone. Oi. Oh, there's another cave. Of course. Well, I'll give some praise to the caves. Every cave I find that is a block I don't have to break, or an area of blocks I do not have to break myself. Does anyone know if there's a statistic, because now that I'm thinking about it, does anyone know if there's a statistic for levels spent in enchanting? I was just thinking, I wonder how many levels I've spent looking down at the sad little one. And then I thought to myself, I don't think there's a statistic for that. I did not know you tested Facebook ice cream in Germany. I do not know what Facebook, WhatsApp, and TikTok ice cream is. Well, I know what ice cream is, but why app specific? I wonder if there's a resource pack that replaces block sound. That replaces block sounds with a random sound effect. I wonder how that would be. Of course. Howdy and welcome back to the stream. There's indeed grass. This is the surface of the world here at Y78. That was a lag spike when I put away the F3 menu. To this day, I still call it the F3 menu. I don't know what these candy things you're talking about. Well, I say candy, but it's more like sweets. Oh! Hello, cave. Sounds like you're talking about Android versions, but you're not talking about Android versions, I assume. Okay, this torch, I'm gonna hold on to. Don't get much time? Ah, that's what happens when you are a member of modern society. Let's see, you're talking about the flavors? Yeah, I'm still lacking comprehension. Are you saying that there's ice cream in Germany flavored that has names of mobile apps? That is the part I am not comprehending right now. Why did they name flavors after apps? That makes me not want to try it. Because I know the reason why I was getting confused was I was thinking to myself how Android versions are labeled after sweets. And so I didn't know if it was another software thing. And now I don't have to mine the torches again for another 3 blocks down. Hooray. Of course, we still have to go all the way down there. Can I count? Probably, because I have smooth lighting off. 11 blocks or so. Of course, minus the entire 2 layers, so it's about 9. That's not so bad. I'm very unlikely going to finish today, because we have another hour and a half to go, and I haven't gotten very far in this last half hour. So, chances are, because I'm not going to finish today, tomorrow will be the last time I work on it in any capacity. For all I know, I can at least finish the digging portion. As much as it would be wise to spend my own time digging this hole, I'm spending my own time playing on the population Zelenator world. I've said before, that is a survival world whenever I don't film. The entire world, minus a few things that are specifically for filming, the entire world is still a regular survival world. And for that reason, every build, the whole city, as I work on it, as the story progresses, the city expands organically in ways that a survival player would. Howdy, Ryan. Welcome back to the stream. And so, for that reason, I'm trying to spend more time on there. A lot of time, because I want the world to feel like a big upgrade. Population Zelanator 1, going to Team Tree and Origins, was a moderate upgrade. I want an even bigger upgrade, going from Team Tree and Origins to Population Zelanator 2. So therefore, I got a lot to work on before I figure out the story. Google is likely going to start back with A. That would make the most amount of sense to me. You want to ping during the stream? I appreciate that. Hooray! Since I get enough notifications during stream time, because people, it's probably a lot of the overseas people who are the ones pinging me, because it's after work, after the school day over there, and so here in America it's still a work or school day. So that's probably why I get the most amount of pings during my stream time in the mornings compared to the stream times in the afternoon, where the people across the ocean should be sleeping. If you look at Steam, if you look at the Steam average or the amount of players on over the course of a day, you'll see that right around my stream time, there's the highest players online, which corresponds to the most amount of people being awake at any given time. Well, at least the most amount of people who use these online services, I should say. And so my stream time happens to be during the time most people are active, the collective internet, which is why I get pinged most often. So on and so forth. I don't have the data in front of me to back that up, but that is my hypothesis. I know the most amount of people will be awake. That's why I had to correct myself in terms of the most amount of people using these online services. Yeah, way over there would indeed be correct. That's where the majority of the world population is. But does the majority of the world population play on Steam? I wonder how many Steam accounts there are. Of course, that is not a good representation because how many people have multiple accounts? North America and Europe. Yeah. Steam. TikTok, 10 o'clock in the morning over here. That is the time all of its services occur. Its daily refresh, I should say. That was about half an hour ago. Nope. Nope. Exactly, most amount of people. As you were saying earlier. Okay, hold on. Cover that, cover that. No, for as many more layers as I have to go down on here, I look around and I think to myself, this entire area was solid, minus a few little caves. I really have carved out this whole cavernous space over the span of a few days. Quite a big project. I don't know what counts as a mega build, but in terms of the amount of work I have to do within one area for both building and digging, this is going to be one of the largest projects I've worked on. Probably not the largest. I want to say the castle I constructed on my Alpha Beta retail world, the Cobblestone Castle. That one is close to being the largest. It very well might be. Whoop. It very well might be. However, if you want to take into the account that I infested a monolith twice, then the Insta Plus monolith base, if you want to take it as a whole, is up there. I'd have to think back to some of my major worlds over the past few years. But it is a trend, or has been a trend in the past, to work on clusters of builds that together make something larger. Whereas this is all one singular project. Endevia Plateau. Endevia Plateau is probably the largest Minecraft city I've constructed all on my own. There is Atlantis from years ago, but that was a server I used to play on. Server's no longer around, but hooray, I knew the server, well, I still know the server owner, and so one day he provided the world download for that. So hooray, I've got my own copy of Atlantis, and my phone needs to stop bothering me. Leave me alone, group chat. But yeah, since that is probably the largest collective city I've been on, Endevia Plateau I think is the largest personal city I've worked on. At first I thought that was a misspelling of Ubuntu, but for as much as you talk about Windows, why would you be into Linux? Fallout Day, 10/23/24. Yeah, like you said, no, I don't get it, which is why at first I thought it was a misspelling. I thought I said 10/23/24. Did I say 10/23/23? Yeah, it's 10/23/24. To think, when the game first came out, the first Fallout, this was a little more than 25 years in the future. 97, right? So that was about 28 years in the future. Or 27. Something like that. Yeah, 27. 7 plus 7 is 14. And alright, Spider Eyes, I'll be back for you later, because we're going to clean out my inventory, dump it into the ender chest, which, truth be told, I should probably move the ender chest over here. Oh wait, I don't have my soak touch pickaxe on me. Never mind, the ender chest will not move. Those are full stacks, except for, here, that's fine, because I'll just toss what I can now. It'll all fill up into full stacks later. Hello, howdy. If you've commented on my channel before, I still only speak English. I feel like you have, and I use Google Translate to translate your comment. I toss all that. I recognize the profile picture though, which is why I feel like you commented on my channel. Laptop goes slow. What's probably all the times you pre-install Windows. Of course, if you're installing to a hard disk. Oops. Oh, that doesn't matter. Hooray, that used no durability. Oh, is this my last shovel? I'm gonna need a new shovel. I've also got to drop this torch here soon. In fact, yeah, we're dropping the torch now. Boop. Alright, well, I guess we're going home. Oh, the ender chest is still partially full, though. Yeah, we're going home, getting another shovel, and we'll go from there. Wonder if I could Google Translate. That'd take too long. I'd rather not detract from the gameplay more than I already do, which I feel like is a lot. Distractions, distractions, distractions. Alright, so this pickaxe, 173. I can keep going a little bit more. I think once that red disappears, that's when it's time to swap out, and I'll use the fortune pickaxe. But I still have all this dirt laying around. So I don't know how long we'll be going with fortune. Sounds like you're thinking. Are you thinking? I was assuming it's Russian, and I can't speak or read it. It has had no application within my lifespan. Therefore, I was not going to take the time to learn. As of right now, the only other language that would have a practical use for me is Japanese, so I can watch anime without subtitles. That way I can listen to it in the background and I don't have to watch. Because I would much rather listen to a long series in the background as opposed to sit down and watch. Because I got stuff to do. A lot of the times I need background noise. And so that's usually video essays, sometimes music, stuff like that. And English-speaking shows. Probably not movies. Movies I could usually sit down and watch, but when it comes down to long-running shows, that's when I'd rather sit and listen because I don't want to commit that time not doing anything else. I feel like the reason why English has a lot of things stem from it is because a lot of things have been put into English. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, the origins of English, I feel like, come from a lot of different places. Unless I'm totally misremembering history. But then, by modern day times that we are currently living in, there have been a lot of English words that are utilized in other languages, but formatted and pronounced within that language. Where did this chicken come from? Excuse me, buddy. Was this chicken here earlier and I wasn't paying attention? Why does it feel like he came out of nowhere? I don't know. I'll be back. The chicken's probably gonna live because I don't know what to do with him. He could become a permanent resident. That means he's gonna become an unpaid staff member once Nerve HQ gets going. Here, let's not fill up the inventory completely. That looked ugly. Well, away we go. It's nighttime. We'll catch some Z's first. Oh no, is it not nighttime? Is it turning day or is it turning night? I need to wash the stone on the left because I can't tell. Unless I'm crazy. I don't have a clock on me. I don't know. But I'm seeing the blue tint on the walls here, which makes me think it's turning night. But it's not getting dark enough. Watch me head up top just to see the moon barely peek up. Then I'd have to go back down. Yep, the sun is going down. Such a long sunset. Minecraft, or someone made a Minecraft chart for the entire day and night cycle, down to the nearest tick. And that was rather interesting to me. You could see exactly the light levels at exactly which time in Minecraft and their real world equivalents. And so the whole day and night transition was longer than I thought it was. Off we go. Oh wait, I can't sprint anymore. I also need another half a stack of bacon. So much bacon. I wonder how unhealthy an all bacon diet would be. After however many minutes, you eat 2 strips of bacon, and then that's it. Then you get hungry again, and you have 2 more strips of bacon. When's this world going into 1.9? I was looking at the version list, and we're starting Friday, probably, if I still have a stream every day this week. Friday is going to be 1.8 Preview 1, and then we have 5 weeks playing all the way until 1.8.9. And so afterward. So there's your answer, about 5 weeks after this one's over. So I guess 5.5 weeks as of this instant. December, most probably. I don't think I'll be skipping any weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. It would be after that I would take my winter holiday break. Yeah, either late November or early December. I don't feel like counting the weeks right now. Okay, I'm not missing any flowers over here just yet. Alright, here, let's clean out our inventory before putting more stuff away. I definitely collected a lot more dirt than I thought I would. But that's okay. I'll use the dirt for something in the future. I don't know what, but I'll figure something out. Stream your mod before update in 1.9, too late. I've already allocated 200 episodes because of when I want my stream to end. The part 4, I should say. And we're gonna take that out of there. 29th of November. Probably. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So then, yeah, the 29th of November is going to be the end of 1.8. Mostly, kinda. I feel like those words are contradictory. I know. Hire some other big famous YouTuber who likes old mods to play it. That'd be interesting. SA being someone who would personally not hire any big YouTuber to play old Minecraft mods. Alright, so that shovel has served us well, but we need another one. While we're here, in fact, why don't we make another unenchanted pickaxe? Oops. Put away the fortune. Yeah, my population Zelanator world. I've been chopping down so many trees on there. I have this massive collection of sticks. And it makes me sad where I look at the sticks chest on this world, and I got 19 right now. Sadness, sadness, sadness. Oh wait, hold on, I said I needed bacon earlier. So instead of paying big tubers to play the mod, You're gonna wait for the big tubers to find the mod. Aha. One day we'll get faster mode of transportation going. Maybe later. I was wanting to work on a minecart track, but I wanted Nerve HQ to be mostly done first. Unless I get absolutely tired of digging. I'm supposed to have another cage on the other side of the control center, and I haven't done anything to the upstairs penthouse area either. But once I finish this cage, I might take a break from the Nerve headquarters project, because I think I'm getting ready to do something else. Hopefully around 1.0. I guess you'll wait and see. Do you have an estimated roadmap time in your head for the release schedule, or not really? I feel like I asked before. Oh, this place doesn't have any torches. I don't have any torches. Oops. No wonder why it still doesn't have torches over here. A Halloween release, that'd be pretty cool. Did you ever port over the 1.4 feature of Halloween for mobs wearing pumpkin heads? Of course, at that point, you would need to bring over the entire 1.4 system of mobs wearing armor, if not done so already. While you're at it, you can also bring over the Christmas chest feature from also 1.4. I hear you, Zomble. It's weird to think that Halloween isn't just over a week, because it feels like I was in August. How's it already most way through October? What have you been working on your fictional Minecraft? Or what have you used to create your fictional Minecraft edition? Another layer, another step closer to the bottom of here. You're writing the changelog. You're writing the changelogs of hypothetical versions that do not exist. It's like one big thought experiment with nothing to show for it. 100 kilobytes. Ah, that's fine. Seeing Minecraft's modern day file size for the dot jar. I don't know if anyone has 1.21.3. I'd second guess myself because I forgot which version came out yesterday or today. What version of 1.21.3 and what the jar size is. Of course, if you compare that to something like InDev 223, there's a massive difference. I don't know what the difference is. I don't have it on hand. I do, but like I said earlier, I'd rather not detract from stream time to pull it up. I did watch Ant Venom's latest video. Kinda interesting. Not entirely for me, though. All these torches are going to be on different layers by now because of the dirt I dug up, which has a adds a fluctuation to the top layer. I'm glad you chose 1.2.5 as well. I feel like if I wanted to find any good 1.2.5 mods, modern day 1.2.5 mods, then either have to be a mod pack of old that's still updated, or find mods of old. There was one mod that I don't know if it's still around, but I've wanted to get back to it, but it was the Scythe Axe mod. Unfortunately, it went by the name Huge Weapon, or Giant Weapon, which is not helpful in trying to find it because there are other Giant Weapon mods. But one thing I always liked about that it was around from 1.2.5 to 1.6.2 or so, and the original Scythe Axe was a giant black axe with pink highlights, and it was able to transform. It had a cool little animation to it, and I'm sad that it was only short-lived. Why would people think Roblox was created in '88? Are those the people who frequently play Roblox? Oh, it's a video, which I know. No, I don't know. Wonders from the World Wide Web video. I don't think I've heard of that before. There's a lot of ARG-styled videos that have popped up over the past several years that I feel like have misled the uninformed. Wolfenstein 3D was released in '91. I thought it was released in '92. For my entire life that I've known about it, I've been saying it was released in '92, with Doom releasing in '93. That's an alternate reality. So I was right. Another ARG. That's what it sounded like based on your description. Just a video project? What's the difference between an alternate reality game and an alternate reality? It's just an AR, but the problem is AR is used for, well, assault rifle or automatic rifle, but in this sense, AR is augmented reality. I was right, it was '92? Alright, cool. I haven't been spewing misinformation for the past 8 or 9 years. I don't know when I first came across it. I'm pretty sure I own Wolfenstein 3D, but I cannot guarantee I've ever played it. I think I picked it up one day when picking up a bunch of the id Software games. I want to say I own a few other later Wolfenstein installments, but I don't remember. And I am unlikely to ever play the original 2D styled Wolfenstein games. Well, anyways, yeah, 3D games in '88 would not look good. It would not run well. I think to some 3D generated models in movies and shows from the '80s, and oh boy, those did not age well. Those did not age well at all. Nope. It was made like a 2D game, but the play and feel of it was meant to be closer to 3D. Toy Story came out in '95? Question mark? '96? In terms of computer technology, computers have advanced quite a bit more compared to the 1988 we were talking about. Alright, '95, cool. That's kind of what I was thinking, but I couldn't remember. Technology advances quite a lot over the span of every couple of years, it would feel like. Think back to, what was it, 2016, going from the GTX 1080 to 2020 with the RTX 3080. Whoa, ray tracing. Did I say 2020? 2018, sorry. 2020 was the 30 series. 3080 and all that. Okay, you can stop your angry comments now. Ray tracing still exists. It never went away. The NVIDIA flagship GPUs are still the RTX series. There was the 40 series that came out 2022? For a long... that's not true. I won't say for a long time. For a while, I will say. For a while, NVIDIA has consistently kept up with a new generation of GPUs every 2 years. There was supposed to be, based on that logic, the 50 series this year, but I don't think that happened. Because with the 10 series, no, well, I'll say the 9 series in 2014, 10 series 2016, 20 series 2018, 30 series in 2020, 40 series 2022. Unless I missed it, there's no 50 series this year. Never heard of it since 2021. I still see it pop up every now and again. I want to say every new GPU generation, for NVIDIA at least, has like a new DLSS version or a new ray tracing version, something like that. Yeah, on the other topic, as you were talking about AI, it's not going anywhere. It's only going to get worse. There will be new advancements. Just you wait. I'm not going to say it's going to pop up out of nowhere, because when you look back, there has been a trend and increase of advances. So from my own observation, there was alright AI generated content before 2020, but then ever since that year, whoosh, the consumer ready AI availability has skyrocketed. And so I can't see it going anywhere. I haven't kept up with crypto trends in the past while. I had a tracker for it. That's not true, I still do. I haven't looked at it in a while though. But I think it had a big spike, probably around 2021, then it went way down, and I don't know what the collective price range currently is. I'll have to look back at it again. Yeah, I know they're totally two separate things. But yeah, if that was your point, if you were trying to make the comparison, because we jumped from ray tracing to AI to cryptocurrency, there's a big jump in conversation topics. There's a guy who comes up with random stuff. I want to say I said on stream one of these recent days that I am a random person, that's how I roll, or something like that. That's how it goes on stream. Can't remember what we were talking about. Yeah, sometimes my randomness has relativity to what we were talking about, and it's like, oh wait, hold on, this is kind of related. Almost everything is going down. Oh well. That sounds about right, based on what Brave has been telling me with how much the bat I've accumulated is worth. since the price of it hasn't, or how much I own hasn't gone up, even though I've been receiving more and more BAT every month. But the US dollar conversion rate continues to go down. We'll see if it ever goes back up again because of how volatile it is. I wouldn't be surprised if one day, whoosh, some billionaire just invests, not pours, better term, invests millions of dollars into it, and whoosh, the price goes up, stays there for a week, and then back down it goes. Up, down, up, down. How am I at level 2? What happened? Last I remember I was at level 1. Totally irrelevant, me going random, but I was looking down at my XP bar again, which I still like this XP bar much more than the default XP bar. Just like the rest of Beta 1.8 and later, the vanilla XP bar feels so bland and unsaturated. I like my bright colors, such as represented in Alpha and earlier. Alpha 1.1, I should say. An hour and 6. How far down have we gone? What are we at? 74 and I was at 78 maybe? We've only gone down about 4 layers. 4 layers in the past hour. That means we're only going to go down another 4 layers. I hear you, Zomble. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we are not going to finish today. But we're going to get close. I'm hoping that now that we're mining stone and not brick, it'll go by slightly faster. Because stone is a softer material and it breaks quicker. And yeah, I guess I ran out of whatever to say next. We'll need to pass by the ender chest soon. My inventory's filling up with stone that's been cobbled. And in about 53 minutes, it'll be lunchtime. I'll probably watch a video, and then afterward I'll get back to population Zelinator. I don't know when I'll work on the script some more. I've been ever so slightly coming up with new ideas, but I don't want to write the script itself. I had a script planned out, but this was way back in 2018 when I had the original story I wanted to tell. Which we'll see if I ever end up going back and remaking a Population Zelinator classic. The what? Oh, the rule set is longer than the Wikipedia article of Farad. I don't know what Farad is, assuming I'm pronouncing that correct. That's some in regards to history. I did not do well in history. It's kind of funny how... Oh, that's not true, that's psychology. Psychology 101. You are more interested in things you are not required to do. Unit of measurement. Oh. Zelinator hotbar. Howdy Mega, welcome back to the stream. I've had this Zelinator hotbar for a while. I've just casually inserted the word Zelinator because it's 9 characters long. Yeah, let's pass by... you know, we can keep digging. A little bit more. Nah, we'll just fill it up now. Oh, look, there's another green bean. Hey, buddy. I forgot you could block. I accidentally pressed the button. Hooray! I don't need to bother with critical hits. Cool. Maybe that's where I got my extra XP from. I fought off some monster. Hiccup fought off some monsters. Oh, there's still plenty of space. Cool. Howdy, Paul. Welcome back to the stream as well. Ah, there's another Zomble. And of course he sees me because Zombles became the farthest seeing mob as of 1.6 or so. Oh my gosh, the jitter. The British version of Minecraft calls them green beans. It probably doesn't. That would be funny, but it probably doesn't. I started calling them green beans this year. Oh wait, hold on, I need to drop all these torches. I started calling them green beans because there were other people having custom terms for them, so I thought, okay, how about I come up with my own term? So I began with green bean, family-friendly term. Most probably. We are back in the mine, and oh man, that was a creeper. They have to do the quote in the movie because it has to be done. If they have any other generic or cliche line when Garrett the Garbage Man turns around, I will be disappointed, even more than I am likely to be disappointed in the movie itself. But we'll see. We'll see if anything changes between now and April, when I last heard that is still the estimated release date. It's not toolbox, it's tool bag. As if I bothered to care to defend it at this stage. We're gonna wait around. I will for sure be disappointed when the time comes. And where did you come from? And this is one of the few times where saying your mom as a joke answer would make sense. But anyways, I will wait to be disappointed until I watch the movie. Because I'm gonna hold out and hope that it has some redeeming quality. I did not invade that arrow. I took an arrow to the shoulder. Anything about the mine shafts? I forgot to check. I need to write that down. Hold on, let me whip out my notes again. Check mine shaft. There we go. I already need to update the calendar because I forgot to put a stream, today's stream, on the calendar. But we're gonna hope that people do not religiously live by my stream calendar, because if so, I cannot guarantee that is 100% accurate. How much more do I have? 400 uses out of this pickaxe. Scary cave noise. I heard it this time. There have been cave noises going on in past streams that I don't hear because my sound is usually quiet enough. Or that quiet to the point of I don't hear it, but my viewers do. I heard it this time because I don't think my sound is as quiet as I usually play it because there's nothing going on. If I hear doors happening, if I was walking in and out of doors a lot, I probably would turn the sound down because that is a loud sound on the Minecraft decibel spectrum. I wonder if someone has made a decibel spectrum for Minecraft, all the different sound effects and how high, what level each sound effect reaches. The doors and like button clickings are kind of up there. I think the doors are louder though. Thunder is probably higher on that list. Of course, the sound effect volume is also dependent on any other settings the game itself might apply. Paul digging to the far lands is indeed quite boring, which is why, to my knowledge, you're the first person to try to dig there in the overworld. However, I've heard of people trying to dig there in the nether. Cave sounds multiple times? Oh, could just be me not paying attention. And look at that! I'm level 3! I just need to multiply that by 10. Unfortunately, if I multiply my XP gain by 10, I'm not going to be at 30, because levels do not increase that way. It is a non-linear level increase. So a bunch of math goes into how levels increase, and it's also dependent on what level you're at. Oh, we're hitting coal. No, that means time to whip out my fortune pickaxe when I get there. I only have 190 uses. I just made this. And I also combined it with my previous pickaxe. I did not dig within the nether, but I know other people who did start digging within the nether, making nether tunnels to reach the overworld farlands. I don't think any of those are finished. Howdy Shady, welcome back. You should totally bring back the hurt sound. Or what you could do is make it a toggle like some of the other options. Classic hurt sound. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're going to head home, potentially sleep, we'll see, and come back with 2 diamond pickaxes. Oh, it's raining. May not rest now, there are monsters nearby. Spider, where you at? I hear you. Watch him be in the control room. I don't know if that's close enough, but he might be. Alright, where are you at? Hey guys, how's it going? I don't know. I don't know where he is. I might just move the bed. We're moving the bed. Paul, do you still use Netherrack as your primary light source because it's the 404 challenge? There we go. Nope, can't sprint anymore. Yeah, I still hear that spider. I normally don't have the you may not rest now problem because I generally don't have beds in locations surrounded by caves. The Cheez-It counter will remain there for the rest of the series because I'm not going to have Cheez-It 0, that's lame. So I didn't put up the Cheez-It counter until it hit 1. Kinda like how Minecraft doesn't display 1 item count, it only displays it when it's 2 or more. Or I should say, also when it's greater than 1 and also less than -1. Does it display -1? I don't think so when you have negative items in a stack. I can't remember. You heard Jesus counter? No, it's Cheez-It. You know, you're on the wrong continent so you don't get that sort of food. It's still the Cheez-It counter. Ba-doop. I need Endevia Plateau music. I didn't think about that, but I should make official Endevia Plateau City Hall anthem. I don't know what I would do. I don't even have a flag. Endevia Plateau doesn't have a flag. Oh, that's what I should do in all this empty space. I should put like flags and stuff and other City Hall items. I keep calling this City Hall, even though I want to say it's just a courthouse. Endevia Plateau City Hall. You want to know why this is on the floor? Because I put the sign back before I could put signs on the walls. I guess this isn't a courthouse. Do I have a courthouse somewhere else? Wow, this really is City Hall and not a courthouse. Where is my... Oh, is that the courthouse over there? I think that is. That might be the courthouse because I remember those tall ceilings. Those unnecessarily tall courthouse ceilings. Well, no, I would not ask Bean of the Soy to create music on here. I would be making my own. If I'm gonna make a City Hall anthem, at this point I'd be tempted just to make an entire UMP soundtrack. It'd have to fit within 80 minutes, so that way I could put it on a CD. Or I could make 160 minutes worth of music and put it on 2 CDs. Alright, so let's dump the cobblestone. Let's dump all the cobblestone. And the dirt as well. I would not make 81 minutes of music to put on 2 CDs. That'd be a waste. Because at that point, why wouldn't I just split it to be 40 and 41? Alright, let's see. So I'm looking for two pickaxes. That's what I said. Let me minimize that. 30 minutes would not be good because I'd be wasting 50 minutes of music. I want to maximize the amount of music I put on a CD. So unlike people of old who would make albums and then, well, if it fits, it fits. If not, then oh well. Nah, I want to maximize the amount of music. Oh wait, I said I was going to make 2. Oops. This is not 1.12. I have to clean out my inventory or else the item drops on the ground. There are some albums I've seen that are between 40 and 60 minutes that are on regular 80-minute discs. And I get sad because waste of space. Oh well. Can these combine yet? I don't think so. Yeah, that'd be a waste of durability. You know, while we're here, do I want to spend more sticks? Wait, hold on. Let's check my torches chest. I don't remember if I have torches in the torch chest or not. All assets to getting to beta craft. What sort of work needed to be done? Was it like a library thing? Where are torches? They're over here. Nope. I think that was my torches chest, right? Oh no, this is it. I was right, I don't have any torches. I gave myself a bunch of torches. Oh, change the link to where the assets are. Oh, I see. The oldest item I own in real life. I'm trying to think if I have anything from the 80s or earlier. Oh, hold on, I could beat the 70s. No, 60s. I have Wednesday morning, 3 a.m., the Simon and Garfunkel album on vinyl from 1964. I cannot guarantee that I own any item older than that, unless if I go through all my stuff, did the research for the age. 1964 vinyl is my current thing, my current value, I shall put. I have 2 old vinyl players, but I want to say I looked into them, and both are from the 70s. So as of right now, I'll say Wednesday morning 3 a.m. from 1964. Older than you, Paul. Not by much, but yes, older than you. 1964 is older than a lot of stuff. Nom, 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 nom. One of these days, I'll chop down more trees. Not these trees, because this forest makes sense. Unfortunately. But yeah, these trees I'll get to leave. But I'll need other trees chopped, because I need more wood. I need more sticks to make more torches. Okay, good. I had this feeling I didn't clean out the ender chest because I couldn't remember. Good thing me in the past did. Me in the past meaning about 5 minutes ago. I know there's that darkness there, which is why I was prepared in case anything crawled out of it again, like the skelly bum from before. I still have, yes I do, still have my fortune pickaxe. When I get down to that coal patch right there, since I have the fortune on me, I might as well use it. Skelly of the Bums. That sounds like a 90s rock band. Skelly of the Bums. I can see it now. Their initial album cover would be the hip bone. It would be the pelvis of a skelly bum. I never watched much He-Man, be it live action or the original cartoon. I don't know, He-Man hasn't been interesting enough for me. I did, however, like watching the old Transformers from the 80s and beyond. One of these days, I'll get into the Ghostbusters animated series. There have been several of them in the years following the first film. Well, I do not know when. There's other stuff. One thing I really wanted to rewatch, because I don't know if I've ever seen it in its entirety, was... I think it's called X-Men Evolutions from mid-2000s or so. No, early 2000s. And I remember watching that back in the day. I looked back at its broadcast, and it had a rebroadcast in 2011 or so. And so that must have been the time when I first saw it. Because I don't know if I was watching TV back when it first aired. What else? I really want to, but if I'm committing, I'm going to go all in. I've talked about before how I one day hope to watch every single Power Rangers episode and movie in chronological order. Well, maybe not chronological order, but at least release order. There's a lot. There's a lot. Many episodes, many seasons, several movies, plus any crossovers I'll have to account for. But if I commit to that, I'm gonna do it like Bakugan and go absolute ham. I think I've said before recently I watched all 10 Bakugan episodes, or all 10 Bakugan seasons, 386 episodes over the span of 3 to 5 weeks. I can't remember exactly how long. I listed how many days, and it was a really short amount of time getting through 386 episodes. Power Rangers, I think, is 2 or 3 times that length. And so, I'll get to it. I'll get to it all. I don't know when, but that's been on my to-do list for years. Of course, the longer I wait, the more Power Rangers episodes come out, the more I have to sit and watch. But what else? What other series do I plan on watching? or rewatching that's not anime, since that's 300 entries right there. But now that I finished now that I finished my book stuff, I'm waiting around for the author's copy, and I'm gonna really hope that it's good. But if it's not good, then that means I'm gonna have to pay another $15 to order a new author's copy to make sure that I fix anything that needs to be done. But yeah, I don't know until I have it in my own hands. And I do not want to release the book to the public. I said yesterday, I don't want to release the book to the public unless I am satisfied with it. And I know since print is going to be harder to get going, I wanted to do print first before I do the ebook release, since the ebook release will be easier. Internet Archive came back, and then it got hacked again. People, why? Why do you do this? Oh well. As long as they are capable of keeping the data safe, that's the important part. Because as long as history can be preserved, then that's what I'm more concerned about, even if it takes a while to get back to full functionality. As for the YouTube bar being pink, I'm not really a fan of it because I still prefer the classic flat YouTube red. Although I know the YouTube red used to be shinier if you look back at old logos from maybe 2006, 2007. But yeah, I don't think I like the gradient. I was saying yesterday or yesterday that I got the change a few weeks ago, and at first I thought I was seeing things or it was some sort of formatting error. And then some time passed and I saw other people talking about the subtle pink hues, and I thought, okay, I'm not going crazy and it's not just me. I do like the regular flat red though. It's not there yet, but it's almost convinced me to get a YouTube plugin, a YouTube layout plugin that changes the theme to something from like maybe 2016 YouTube. I haven't done that yet. I have a couple of YouTube plugins, but we'll see if I go to a theme change. At this point, I'm kind of waiting around to see whatever happens to the Internet Archive next, because after the first few days of, yeah, we're going to shut this down, we're going to wait around and work on our security, sorry, nothing for now. And then it came back in a read-only form, and so I thought, cool, I could get to the work I needed. And then after that, I figured I'll just wait and see. Any other news, people are likely to talk about it. There's a lot of people who just want the Internet Archive back. It's not so simple, not with a project of this scale. Oops, we're good. What are we at? An hour and 34. Boy. Oh, let's not fall. You say it now works. It could be limited traffic. They could be limiting traffic, I should say. And so you did not win the connection race. Yeah, there's a very, very, very good possibility that the majority of the content on the Internet Archive still has the local copies that were uploaded, plus anyone who has downloaded the stuff. But that's not as reliable since this isn't like Omni Archive where we can contact specific people, since it would be near impossible to try to figure all this out and get in reach with people with specific stuff you're looking for. Who's to say the original uploader even has it? There's no way to track whoever downloads it. Oh well. Will the ebook version of my book also be paid? Yes. I don't get a choice in that. And that's mainly because of distributor fees. Or I should say distribution fees. I wanted to go for a global release because I wanted as wide of an audience as possible. And so I've made sure that all my formats and all my standardization, all that not fun stuff, is correct to allow for a full global release. Yeah, because of that, it'll also be paid. It will be paid. It will be cheaper though. If I do things right, it will be substantially cheaper because it's digital and not physical, which means I only have to cover the distribution costs. I don't have to worry about printing costs or shipping costs or taxes or any of that. And so that way the ebook version will hopefully be much cheaper. Since I'm not going for profit, I'm going for how low can I make this that all the distribution costs and shipping and all that not fun stuff is taken care of. Give you a free copy? I don't think I can ship you a free copy. I've said, did I say? I don't know if I told y'all yet. I wanted to go for Amazon KDP originally. And if I had used KDP, I could have ordered copies for free. They would be like author copies or proof copies, something like that. Those would not be the regular releases. I would be able to do that through KDP, I believe. I don't think there was a limit to how many free copies, 3 unofficial, non-distributable copies. But I did not go with Amazon KDP after all, because some of their standards and their setup were not exactly what I was hoping to go through, plus the competition. I'm not a brand new author. I've got a YouTube channel. I have a tiny following on other social media. So I'll take care of all of my own marketing and my own marketing and advertisement and whatnot. I'm not going to worry about people finding it just by looking through the store for wherever they order it. And so, since I'll take care of all of my own stuff for that, I figured it's not going to matter as much. But anyways, point being, if I wanted to order copies for specific people, I'd still have to pay the full price. And unfortunately, through what I'm currently using, Lulu is a service I went with. I cannot order free copies, free author copies, or stuff like that. That's the whole point. Random tangent. All that not fun stuff. I have other social media accounts. Have you checked out my link tree? My link tree is way too long, but it is very thorough. Yeah, I want to say I link my Game Jolt first and foremost on my YouTube channel, and Linktree is second, even though the Game Jolt stuff is on Linktree. But I have a very, very lengthy list of stuff I've added on there. I am all over the internet. But you wouldn't know unless you were to check out every single link on there. Okay, the inventory is filling up. We still have a lot of pickaxe durability, which means I'll be able to head down, put away the cobblestone, fill up the ender chest, and get back to digging. I have to go and collect sand. What are you doing? Exploring a new planet? You're collecting a soil sample? The last time I collected sand was when I visited Normandy. We were given these little plastic jars that we could put the sand in. So, I will be honest, yes, I may have stolen some Normandy beach sand. Oh, you're talking about Minecraft. Oh. No context. Ian has done the same thing. Other viewers have done the same thing. Don't give context, and I kind of assume something. And they're like, no, I'm talking about this instead. Or they go off on a tangent, and I have no idea because I don't know what the scenario is. And it's like, I can't see your screen. I don't know what you're doing. $80. It has been 80 years. Because I was there in 2019 for the 75th anniversary of D-Day. Time has gone zoom. Of course, I wasn't around at that time. Paul was, though. If he's still here, probably digging or in a mine shaft. Paul might remember around that time. Nope, just kidding. Might remember the aftermath. Nom 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 nom. Because at that point it would have only been about 20-something years. Hello. 20 years after, I should say. I'll take that, thank you. Yes, you are indeed digging. Alright, that's kind of what I was thinking. Here's a question for you, Paul. Do you remember... Hold on, let me think. Let me think about this. If it was 44... Nah, you probably wouldn't have. Alright, then yeah, here. New question for you, Paul. Do you remember the 50th anniversary of D-Day? You remember hearing about it and all that stuff? Waiting. If I had the money that year as well, 2019, I would have also, not only would I have been on my Europe trip, but I also would have been on a China trip. 50th maybe? If you don't remember, then that's fine. I was going to that with... Oh yeah, I was on a field trip to China in 2018. I wanted to go again 2019, but due to budgetary reasons, picking between returning to China and visiting multiple locations in Europe, I went on the Europe trip instead. The 75th anniversary was 2019. I was talking about the 50th anniversary from many years prior. And yeah, in another 20 years or so, the hundreds will be coming up. Decent amount of people interested. I want to say the only veteran I can think in my family is my grandpa on my dad's side. Sorry, my mom's side. He was in the Navy during the Vietnam War. Okay, hold on. Let's swap out pickaxes. That one's getting low. I can't think of any other active military, any members of my family. He's in the reserve. That still counts, I'd say. Not everyone involved in a war is fighting. Or I should say on the front lines. Has seen combat. The best way to put it. There we go. I still hear you, Zomble. Oop. 01. Indeed, quite a day. Big bad day that shook the world. There has to be another cave near here because that Zomble's starting to bother me. Because I hear him, but I don't think I'll ever deal with him. So for now, we just have to keep digging. Scary cave noise. For the next 14 minutes, we're going to continue to mine stone, since the entire floor is made out of stone at this point. They're going crazy, I'm sure. I would not doubt. Because I believe everyone would have been on high alert during that time. You know what? I didn't think about this now. I should have replaced all the brick panels, all the brick and the dirt and the empty space. I should have replaced all of that with stone. Because now that I'm way down here, I have to go all the way up and not fall off the walls. But this entire place needs to be swapped out with stone. All the walls and the ceiling. Oh boy. Yeah, I'll do it later, but it would have been easier when the floor was still 12 blocks higher. You can buy one half door for only one bucky. You have a whole currency in your world? I have this city, Endevia Plateau. I have houses, I have businesses, I have City Hall. Yet, I don't have a currency in Endevia Plateau. It's been 1 year since I started these vlogs. 1 year since I died. Oh, interesting. I need to get to that. One of these days, I'll go back through and make another post. But that's about as likely as Valve releasing Half-Life 3 at this point. The addition of Zombies was in Bedrock instead of Java. I wouldn't be surprised if Game Theory has got a lot of inconsistencies within their stuff. Any block suggestions for the mod? Probably not. Not at this moment. I feel like I need a better feel of how it all interacts. Which is probably a cheap way of saying I don't have any ideas. Yeah. And that's where testing comes into play. I wonder if it would be easier to dig up. Oh, this is an entire empty part. All of this is open, which means... Yeah, I'll need to redo the staircase soon, since I'm running out of space here. Let's build post-stream. I had to remember because you said you didn't want to ping me earlier. And I said wise decision. What item do you use to represent Bucky's within Minecraft? Especially since items don't have any names. Use something like saplings. I feel like saplings would make for a very poor currency item because of how cheap they are to get. Iron. Use iron bars, I see. Alrighty. That's like the silver dollar, except it's the iron dollar. Before, due to the Fallout Day stream, yeah, that's fine. You made it this far. There's only another 10 minutes left. I feel like diamonds for use as currency in the world is a bit of a challenge, because if you wanted to use diamonds for tools and diamonds to use for tools and armor and stuff, there's not going to be a lot of diamonds floating around as currency. Iron would make sense because it's common enough that you could still make all your tools and armor, and you have enough left over to use for currency. That's also kind of where the tier system comes in, where you got iron, gold, and diamonds, and the worth of each to each other. Kind of like the gold standard, I guess. Not if you want to compare it to inflation, though, and how much everything costs now compared to how everything cost 80 years ago. Oh, that's not true. How everything cost 60 years ago. It's probably better representation. Alright. Place your bets now. You think I'll be able to finish this layer? Price is artificially inflated. There's a lot of stuff that the price is artificially inflated because it doesn't have enough practical usage to us as humans. Emeralds post 1.3, you have to get there though. Emeralds make sense because as an item, its only purpose is as currency. Or constructing blocks out of it, you can make decorative items. You can make trims out of them, I think. The emerald trims, I thought, unless I'm not knowing my trim knowledge. I'll be honest, I cannot tell you how exactly trims work in modern day because I've never touched them or used them myself. I know you need a trim pattern, and you need one of the materials, and then you apply it to an armor piece, and that's about it. Good for power tools. Oh, that's right. I do know of the diamond usage for the use in tools and whatnot, because I primarily think of it as like, what was it, diamond coated saws? Those are, I've heard of those used before. Not particularly coated, but like the blade edge, I should say. And that's about all I know because I haven't heard of that in a long while. Alright, 6 minutes to do these last few rows to my left. I think I can make it, which means I'll start digging up the coal down below, since I don't think I want to start digging up a new layer with 6 minutes left of the day. What level are we at? 70. We haven't even gone down 10 blocks, because I think 78 was where we started today at. 8 blocks. Wait, wasn't that my estimation? I think that was my estimation for about how far I can get within the 2-hour stream. If it wasn't, then I don't know. You lost your old world. Oh no, what happened to it? And then I'd say names for an Insta Valley town. You could call it like Into the Pit. depending on how much of the valley it looks like. Infdevia. You could, to signify difference, Infdevia Valley. Because on my world, I have Indevia Plateau, the whole city I've talked about. But I know Indevia as a concept has already been discussed in other old Minecraft worlds. So to distinguish my Indevia Plateau from other cities named Indevia, that's why I have the Plateau. You didn't activate it when switching MCP versions. Do you play Bedrock? Better question, you did not make any backups? And we're getting low on space. But that's okay. I'm pretty sure there's still ender chest space. Hooray! Look at all that cobblestone. I freed up a bunch of slots. Nom, 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 nom. Oh yeah, is it nighttime? It is, because it was dark. $30 is too much. Bedrock is a billion times cheaper. Mathematically, that is incorrect. But I don't want to do the math to figure out what is the correct price point. Infdevia Valley would be good. I support that name. Write it on a sign or else you'll forget. Of course, that could just be a me thing. If you buy Minecraft on the computer, you get Bedrock and Java, but I'm going to assume that this is not the computer we're talking about. But you did say switching versions, which makes me think if it's not Windows 10 or 11, you'd have to be playing Android, since I don't know if switching versions on iOS is worth it. It's on the same save? This is why you keep backups in different directories, says the guy who does not always keep backups in different directories. I really should clean out my servers that have world backups within the same folder, but I haven't taken the time to do that because that means I have to dedicate the external hard drive space, of which I've been talking about for a while. I do not have much hard drive space to spare. That's a big bunch of sadness, but that's how it goes. I'm hoping that once I release my book, I don't know how long it'll take, since like I said, I'm not going to be making much off of this. I kind of rounded up to the nearest dollar. I took the minimum price for production costs and all that. I took the minimum price, rounded up to the nearest dollar. And so for global distribution, I'm making, at the current price point, I'm going to make 4 cents every sale. That's not living wages unless I sell millions of copies, but there's no way, as a brand new author, I'm going to sell millions of copies to make a few $100s to buy a new hard drive. So, we'll see how long it takes. But either way, money I make is likely to go into buying a hard drive, depending on however slow it goes. And why is that? Oh, there's a torch. Anyways, we'll get there when I do. We have another minute. I'm gonna dig up from here because I want to let the torchlight go as high as possible. Yeah, unfortunately, that's how it goes with worlds. The stories created on there, all that you have left are screenshots if you took any, and memories, or videos, such as this series. Hooray! For as long as YouTube lives, the story of Ultimate Minecraft Polyworld will live on. But since I don't trust YouTube to stick around forever, I really want to put all of these on the Blu-ray discs one day. I don't think I've put any of UMP on Blu-ray discs yet, but maybe one day. I'd want it to be on BDXLs, the really big, the big Blu-ray discs. And I think there was a small earthquake that just happened. But that way I can preserve 1080p 60 FPS because the native Blu-ray format is only 1080p 24 FPS. But if I want 60 FPS, then I'd have to get the BDXL's 4K compatible ones and all that stuff. But because it's not 4K footage, I could fit a lot more of the 1080p hours onto it. Alright, gonna dip. Oh, you're right, it's time. Everyone who's still here, say your final farewells now. We'll be back again most probably tomorrow with the last 1.7.10 stream, because after that, Friday, if everything goes well, Friday is going to be our 1.8, the first 1.8 stream. So I gotta make sure this world is 1.8 ready and make sure my data values are happy. But yep, that's all it for today. Thank you all for watching. Bye.